In a world that never stops buzzing, sometimes the loudest messages come from the quietest corners of our own selves. Hello, darling, and welcome to Self and the Frequency. I am your host, Magical Femme. Let's tune into the signals that shape who we are and who we aspire to be. And I couldn't help but wonder, in the grand movie of your life, are you truly playing the lead? Or have you accidentally slipped into a supporting role, waiting for your big moment that never seems to arrive? We spend so much time looking for external validation, trying to fit into roles that weren't written for us. This week on Self and the Frequency, we are taking back the director's chair. We are diving deep into the art of main character energy. And guess what? Your most powerful tool, your ultimate costume change, your secret weapon is unconditional self-love. Get ready to own your story, darling. So, let's talk about this narrative we're living in. Often, we find ourselves strolling through life, feeling like we're just reacting to whatever the plot throws at us. We seek approval. We try to fit into boxes that feel, well, a little tight. It's like we're waiting for a director's action call that never comes, or worse, playing a part we have already outgrown, written by someone else's expectations. But here's the truth, and it's the most powerful revelation a main character can have. You are the sole author of your story. Your thoughts, your choices, your beliefs, they are the ink on the page. When you outsource your validation, when you let others' opinions dictate your worth, you are handing over the pen. You are letting someone else write your dialogue, design your scenes, and even decide your ending. Well, it's time to take that pen back. We are reclaiming our narrative by recognizing that our inner world dictates our outer reality. It's about understanding that the story you tell yourself about yourself is the one that unfolds. It's time to stop being a passive observer and start being the protagonist who fearlessly writes their own script, filled with purpose, passion, and undeniable self-worth. Now, every epic story needs a compelling origin. Think about your favorite characters. Their journey rarely starts with instant perfection. It often begins with a moment of realization, a spark of inner strength, or a deep, unwavering belief in who they are, even before the world recognizes it. That, my friends, is where self-love comes in. It's not just a feel-good practice, it's your foundational superpower. Self-love isn't about ego or vanity. It's about truly knowing, accepting, and cherishing the unique essence that is you. It's about knowing your strengths, accepting your quirks, the very things that make your character so interesting, and holding on to the deep truth of your inner worth. This isn't something you earn by achieving external milestones. It's something you embody because you are truly worthy. When you nurture this deep self-love, you create a powerful shield. It's that inner certainty that fuels your courage, helps you bounce back, and guides you through life's ups and downs. If you don't believe in yourself, looking for approval from others feels like building on sand. But when you do believe, you're not just playing a part, you're directing the whole show, powered by the solid confidence in your own worth. This is the foundation for all your amazing main character moments. So, how do we actually practice unconditional self love? It's not always easy, but it's so worth it. Think of it like tending to a beautiful garden within yourself. First off, let's talk about nourishing your body. And I don't mean anything restrictive here. Forget those crazy diets. It's really about tuning into what really makes you feel good, what gives you energy, what foods make you feel vibrant, and how can you move your body in ways that feel joyful. Maybe it's a dance party in your living room, a peaceful walk outside, or some gentle stretching. Just really listen to what your body is asking for. Next, we really need to address that pesky inner critic. You know the one, always whispering, or sometimes shouting, that you are not enough. It's time to challenge that voice. When you catch yourself falling into negative self talk, try asking yourself, would I ever say this to my best friend? If the answer is a big no, then it's time to reframe those thoughts with kindness. Maybe try writing down some positive affirmations that can help counteract those critical messages. And while we're talking about what feels good, let's prioritize your joy. Seriously, what activities just light you up from the inside? Make a conscious effort to carve out time for them, even if it's just 15 minutes here and there. Whether it's diving into a good book, getting lost in some music, working on a hobby, or just cuddling with your pet, whatever genuinely makes you smile. Now, nobody's perfect, right? We all stumble sometimes. That's where practicing self-forgiveness comes in. Instead of getting stuck replaying past mistakes, try to see them as valuable learning opportunities. Give yourself grace, acknowledge the lesson learned, and then consciously move forward with that newfound wisdom. And finally, saying no to things that completely drain your energy or just don't align with who you are or what you value. That's not being difficult. That's a powerful declaration of self-respect. It's about honoring your own needs and energy. Okay, darlings, so every lead needs a fantastic supporting cast, right? But in the movie of your life, you get to choose who gets a starring role, who's a recurring character, and who's just background noise. This is all about consciously choosing your inner circle, deciding who surrounds you, who genuinely uplifts you, and who celebrates your main character journey. Think about it. Are the people in your life reflecting your best self, or are they whispering doubts and trying to pull you back into old supporting roles you've already outgrown? The people who truly belong in your A-list cast, your friends, mentors, loved ones, they amplify your strengths, offer constructive feedback when needed, and celebrate your wins, big or small. They are your allies, your confidants, the ones who remind you of your power. So, how do we actually go about building that amazing supporting crew? First, let's talk about the audition process. Not everyone who walks in deserves a permanent spot in your life's production. You've got to pay attention to how people genuinely make you feel. Do they leave you feeling energized and inspired, or completely drained after you hang out? Do they cheer you on and encourage your growth? Or do they subtly chip away at your confidence? Start by just observing these dynamics. Then, we need to channel your inner director and get serious about setting boundaries. This is your director's cut, your power to shape the scenes. Learning to say no, especially to those energy vampires or relationships that feel just plain toxic, is crucial. Remember, your time and emotional energy are incredibly precious resources, especially when you're playing the starring role. Once you know who your core supporters are, it's all about elevating your co-stars. Really invest that time and energy into the people who constantly lift you up. Make sure they know you appreciate them. Be that supportive co-star in their own lives and actively nurture those positive, healthy connections. And finally, sometimes you have to face the fact that some characters just don't fit the evolving story you're writing. It's totally okay to write off the rest, or more gracefully, to create some distance. This doesn't mean being unkind or ruthless. It's about protecting your own narrative and making space for those healthier, more supportive relationships to blossom. It's about honoring your story. And now, it's time for our signature frequency check-in. This is our moment to tune into the channel of your own powerful narrative and ensure your inner director is in clear communication. Take a deep breath in and imagine you are breathing in the energy of your own inner wisdom. As you exhale, consciously release any external noise. Mentally affirm, I am truly listening to my own inner voice today. I consciously quiet the external noise and honor my intuition. As you take your next deep breath in, imagine you are breathing in unconditional love. As you exhale, release any old, unhelpful habits. Mentally affirm, I am treating myself with the kindness and respect my main character deserves. I embrace self-compassion and self-care. As you take your next deep breath in, imagine you are breathing in the energy of supportive connections. As you exhale, release any comparison or doubt. Mentally affirm, the people I am surrounding myself with are amplifying my energy. I curate connections that uplift and honor my shine. Feel that shift? That's you aligning with your main character's highest frequency. Carry this empowered feeling with you. So remember, it's all about the journey of your main character role. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. It's about becoming more aware, more intentional, and more loving towards the incredible star of your own show. So as you move through your week, consciously choose one small act of self-love or boundary setting you can take today. Just one. That's your homework, your mission, your next scene. Keep owning your own narrative and keep shining. That's all for this week's journey on Self and the Frequency. I am your host, Magical Femme. Subscribe or follow wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss out on future conversations. And let's connect on Instagram at Self and the Frequency. Until next time, keep tuning into yourself and amplifying your beautiful frequency.